Hi, I'm Debra Blakely, and I teach theater and public speaking on the Boca campus, and I dabble in debate as well. I've been here for 27 years and counting. I did not start off in theater, although I did a lot of theater when I was in high school. I played some leads and the bug bit, and I loved theater. However, I decided I wanted to go into journalism. So my first degree is actually in journalism and public speaking. I did a lot of debate in college, a lot of adjudications for collegiate competitions. And you wouldn't think I would end up where I am in theater, but I just wasn't that happy with it. And I thought, well, what could I do for the rest of my life? So I decided I'd go back to school and get my master's in theater, and that's what I did. Then I worked professional theater for a few years, and I found out that I was going to have my little baby girl, and I didn't want to work weekends and holidays, and that's what theater does. So I wanted to be with my kid, so I decided to go into teaching so I could be with her on the holidays. I love getting those kids who think they can't do it on stage, and they get up there and no one else knows they can do it either, and all of a sudden everyone is saying, oh my gosh, who knew? You're fabulous. We had no idea. Those are my chill moments. I love those. First play that I ever did that I was a lead in was Our Town by Thornton Wilder, and I played Emily Webb. And for those of you who don't know the show, you really should get to know it, because it's all about how you should take every moment in life and use it for its fullest, because you don't know if you're ever going to have any more. So that's my most touching one. Okay, that one's really hard. And it's really hard because I have so many people, so many kids that are now adults that are looking at me going, it wasn't my show. And of course I have a daughter who's going to say, it wasn't my show. But I really love Fiddler on the Roof, I think, the most. I love the story behind Fiddler on the Roof. I love the historical research that we get to do and all of the dramaturg work. So really, that one's my favorite. Best thing about fine arts is that I get to bring all of the kids, kindergarten through 8th grade, together to do shows. And the 8th graders are fabulous with the little kids, and all my counselors that used to be in camp come back and do all of my work for me. Shout out to Claudia for doing all the choreography this last year, and shout out to Alexa and everybody else. I can't, I'm going to miss some, and I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. Alexa and Haley and all of the kids who come back and help, because I can't do it without you. Great question. All of these elements have to tie together. And after sitting in professional theater in meetings with all of the designers, because usually you have a designer for every area, you learn that somehow the lights are going to affect the costumes because the materials have to be a certain thing, and you test those out. And you test out the scenery, and you have to make sure that it's all historically accurate across the board, that your costumes and your scenery and the way that the performers are performing all match. So you have to take all of those elements and put them all together to mean something. You can't just say, we're just going to go up on stage and act. That's when you get those really shallow performances that you go, yeah, it was okay. You want something that's going to immerse the audience and be a cathartic experience for them. Okay, the most important thing that you can know is that every moment counts. If you're on the stage, every movement that you do, every time that you stop listening to somebody else, that's going to count. You have to be fully immersed. And if I can make a suggestion, in life, you need to be fully immersed. There are a lot of times when, due to the way the brain works, your brain's taking a break. You have to learn to say, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can we go back? If you can do that. And if you can't do that, you have to find another way to somehow bring yourself back into the action and back into the scene, so that you don't miss an experience, or you don't miss a movement, or you don't miss a nuance that's really important to the conversation. The way I help people that are nervous and shy is to remind them that some of the greatest performers they know and some of the people they admire will say the exact same thing. All you have to do is go online and look up how they feel. They're happy to share it with you. It's not outside of the normal reactions of human beings to have those feelings. You just got to learn to take that adrenaline and make it work for you. One time we had a Greek play, and one of our actors didn't come on stage, and so the other two were improvising, and they said, wonder where Zeus is. And the other guy goes, I don't know, maybe he's still on a cloud. And so he went off to get the guy. That was hilarious, and they did it seamlessly. It was awesome. What keeps me at Pine Crest is I get to do pretty much what I want to do in the creative realm. I have a lot of support, and I'm able to use high school students as my helpers, which I love because we're continuing their education. And I like it that I can get the little kids to tell me what their ideas are, because often they're so much better than my ideas. I like it because of the community, and I don't think that will ever change.